Good morning. Can you hear me now? If you can hear me now, please say something in the chat room. It looks like we're having a little bit of issue with the bandwidth. I set the bit rate. Okay, Damaris, you can hear me now? Okay. Okay, so you guys can't hear me. Let me check my settings on my end. Okay. Oh, I love you guys. So good to see you. So good to be here. The funny part is I may have been recording for about 3 or 4 minutes before I even pressed play. So it's like one of those instances where you're talking on the phone and somebody got cut off like 5 minutes ago, right? Okay, good to see you. Okay, I see Damaris. I see Kate. Kepler Rabbit. Is that... Okay, well, we won't mention names if we don't want to be mentioned, but you can introduce yourself if you'd like. So Chima, so good to have you on. So before we get started, I would love for you to go ahead and start typing your questions because there is a delay. Inevitably, with the issues we've been having with internet, there's a delay, so we're not going to be in real time. So go ahead and start typing your questions. And of course, you can continue to ask questions as we move along throughout the channeling. Okay, Melinda and Paul, so wonderful. Awesome. Welcome. And anybody new, don't worry, we're going to go through a little quick introduction, a beautiful meditation that I have planned for you. Ooh, song is here. Wonderful. And I am going to let the angels then come in. Ooh, I just looked at the clock. It was 2:22. Perfect timing, right when I said angels. All right. So, like I said, feel free to at any point ask your questions. They don't have to be related to COVID or what's going on, quote unquote, in the world today. They can be personal, or you can telepath your questions, whatever works for you. Just know that what you came here for will happen because that's how powerful you are. So it feels good to me to just introduce the angels in a quick way. So the angels are empathic and telepathic beings. You don't have to believe they're angels. You don't have to believe that it's anything or they're anything or their voice is anything. Just your willingness to open your mind, receive the message, just like you are to any other beings, is the only thing that's necessary. There's been evidence that the stronger your belief, that the more powerful the transmission will be and the results to your questions. So take that into consideration. If this is your first time and you're not feeling comfortable asking a question or even saying hello in the chat room, that's totally okay. You can hang out and listen, see what's going on, and this transmission will be just as long as it needs to be. Not any longer and not any shorter. And I'll make sure after I finish channeling the angels that I'll come back in and just kind of commune with you for a few minutes before we end the call today. So let's see. Yes, it's so good to hear from you too. Remember to go ahead and start asking your questions. But for now, I will go ahead and lead us through a meditation. So everybody close your eyes. I hope you have a beautiful space that you're sitting in, or that you've created beauty. You've got your candles out, you've got your tea, whatever feels good to you. If you're in a space where you're like, oh my God, I can't get the kids out of the room. Nobody's being quiet. Nobody's cooperating with me. I wanted this to be special. goodness, I know how you feel. I've been there, and it's okay. However you're in, whatever life state you're in, however you're feeling, even if you're feeling resistant, it's okay. Everything's going to be okay. I'm just so happy that you're here and that we get to be here together. Again, close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and out the mouth. 2 more deep breaths in the nose and out the mouth. Pay attention to the air passageway and also the psychic Sushumna passage as you breathe in and out. Continue breathing like this. And as you breathe like this, I'm going to guide you through a clearing within the air passageway as well as the psychic Sushumna passage. So as you breathe in, I want you to focus on any energies, either concentrated energies in different places in the air passageway, places where you feel like you want to hold the air a little bit extra, or where it doesn't feel like the air wants to go through. Perhaps imagine your air passage as tubing in a plumbing system, right? So if there's coagulation or blockages, or even in the passageways, in the lymph system in the body, just imagine as you breathe, feel any resistance, any blocked energy, and do your best to see that energy with your psychic eye. Some of these things are things or energies that you don't want to look at, right? That you're not wanting to feel. The funny thing is they've probably been there for like 11 years, 12 years, 12 lives. And it's not anything but looking directly at it, breathing through it intentionally, seeing it and feeling it, that it will release. And you'll think to yourself, wow, I've never breathed better in my life, right? So imagine yourself freeing yourself of all of these psychic blockages by focusing simply on the air passageway. Good. I could feel so much releasing from each of you. Yeah, go directly there. You're doing such a great job. Go directly to that place that you're feeling like, no, air doesn't want to go there. You're creating in your mind like, oh, no, air doesn't want to go there. No, it does. Go ahead and breathe right through it. Good. Let's do a rounded 4 more deep breaths just like this. Ground yourself down and breathe through those places. Some of you are able to actually see the energy. I can feel. So when you see the energy, just no need to know what it is, where it's come from. Just breathe through it. It's just asking for love, for universal life force. That's all it ever needed. Good. Last breath here. So I'm going to tell you guys a secret. I cured myself from sleep apnea. Not kidding. 20 plus maybe or more years of waking up at different times in the middle of the night gasping for air, with my adrenaline pumping, my heart racing, and even during the day, I would have episodes of unconsciously holding my breath and my heart racing when my subconscious mind finally kicked in my automated systems and made me gasp for air again. This simple exercise of focusing on those energies within the air passageway, which pertain directly to the psychic passage, is what healed me. Not kidding. So that's an exercise you can do every day. So we're going to say now a prayer to the Creator and invite the angels in. When we're done with this prayer, the angels will come in and More often than not, they ask, why are you wanting to be with us? And it looks like plenty of you have already asked your questions. So we'll delve right in. They might have a communal message for the collective. They might be telepathing somebody's message. And remember that we're not only telepathing and channeling, transmitting messages for the collective right now. Now we're in this, moment in the space-time continuum. We're also channeling for those that will listen in the future. So if you're listening to this in quote unquote the future, remember that you can also ask your questions psychically and they will be answered. How do you ask a psychic question or a telepathic question? Focus your energy down in your heart and ask your heart to show me what you're wanting to know. And let your heart do the talking. That's the most powerful form of questioning. And you will always, of course, ever receive what you're wanting. Here we go into prayer. Creator of all things, thank you so much for your light. Thank you for your love. Thank you for this welcoming, this knowingness that we always have a home to go back to, and all we have to do is check in with ourselves. That we're welcome here, that we're fully and completely known and accepted just as we are. It's so powerful, so beautiful. Thank you for all of the spiritual mediums that are here with us, joining in this channeling process, contributing to this channeling process, even those of you who don't even know you're mediums yet. Thank you, Creator, for the messages you're giving directly to them and those that they're flowing in my direction so they can come through my voice. Creator, command to be connected to the angels that are of the highest vibration, that are in alignment with the Creator's vibration, that are in alignment with the vibration of the true form of who and what each of us really is. Who we have always been, who we will always ever be, and who we are now in full force. Not a little bit, not in, but in full force, complete, perfect, and whole. Fully realized right now, right now, right now. Creator, for the highest and best good and the highest and best way, I command that this is done. It is done, it is done, it is done. So that this is Rachel. They said that they're coming through each of you personally. And they're sending you individual messages right now. And they said, don't worry, they'll come through my voice as well. But they want you to tune into the messages you're receiving right now. Yes. Beautiful. They want to acknowledge how incredible you are. And how in reality, you coming here to listen to me channel is large in part for entertainment. And that's okay. Because you have the power and the knowing of how to receive the messages by yourself. And without further ado, the angels are wanting to come through now, through me. Ah. Why are you wanting to be with us? Why are you wanting to be with us? Why are you wanting to be with us? When you are ready, we will answer your questions. We are wanting to speak with Kate. Kate, 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 Kate. You have already received your message. And yes, you can what you call trust what you were seeing. Seeing. You are a seer. You can see things. Yes, you can. Yes, you are. Not in the way that you think. You are receiving messages with your third eye. Yes. You are wanting to know how to relay those messages to others. You can simply relay what you are seeing. You are not needing to translate the messages. Eventually, you will have a way to see what you are wanting to see in the way that you are wanting to see it. For now, you will see what you see. And it will be what others are wanting to receive. It will be what others are wanting to receive. There is nothing wrong with the way you have been intuiting messages. There was never anything wrong with the way that you have been intuiting messages. It is what you are wanting. This is simply an answer to what you have been asking. You are wanting an addition to what you already practice. And you have been wanting to see. Yes, and you already have been able to see. It's okay to question what you see. Each of you is at some point questioning what you are intuiting. Each of you is at some point questioning what you are seeing. And that is okay. Remember, if the answer to what you are seeing, your interpretation of what you are seeing is something that does not feel comfortable, then we are suggesting that you change your perception around it. Or change absolutely everything that you are making it mean. If you are wanting it to mean something different, that is your task at that point, to create that it means something that feels like it is in alignment with what you are wanting. However, when you are transmitting messages to others, it is okay for you to simply say what you are seeing. I see a blue light, and this blue light is wanting to be a green light. I don't know how I know that, but that's what I feel, or that's what I see. And it may seem so ambiguous to you, yes? But to others, it will seem like exactly what they wanted to hear. Yes, you are being called to share your gifts with others. This will help you to gain confidence. There is nothing wrong with what you have been doing, of course. So simply continue to do what you have been doing. But in order to strengthen your faith, it is necessary to speak to others about what you are seeing. Not necessary in order to strengthen your skills, necessary in order to strengthen your confidence. But we will also help you in reprogramming your mind around your confidence. Each of you is wanting to know this question, so each of you can also participate. When you are ready, you can participate. When you are ready, you can participate. You can repeat after us. I release that I am someone who is not able to see what others can see. I release that I am someone that is not able to see what the divine is seeing. I release that I am someone that cannot see myself as the divine sees me. I release that I am someone that does not see myself as the divine sees me. Yes, all of you are so wonderful. Each of you, all of you are having such a great time in your spirit. Your spirits are having a great time, even those of you who are feeling forlorn. Even those of you and your parts that are feeling devastated. Your spirit is rejoicing. Your spirit is rejoicing. Your spirit is so happy with you. That is important. That is important for you to know, that your spirit is happy with you. Even when you are feeling, parts of you are feeling hopeless. Rachel is wanting to ask if that has answered your question. Kate, you can say that in the chat room. We are wanting to speak with someone new, and we are wanting to tell Kate that she is amazing. Yes, we are loving you. We have loved you. We have loved you. Whenever you are ready, you can ask us another question. We love you. We love you. We love you. We are loving 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 you. Sochima, 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 Sochima. That was Rachel. She is laughing because we are wanting to go in order. We are wanting to go in order because she is asking us to go in order. And she knows that. She knows that we are honoring her desire for us to go in order because she thinks that it is fair that way. She wants us to be fair. And we are wanting to be fair. We are wanting to be fair. We are wanting to speak with Sochima, Sochima, Sochima. We are not going to read your question yet. We are going to speak to your heart. Each time you are with yourself, you are with us. Each time you are with yourself, you are with us. You are not outside of us. You are not outside looking in. You are not inside looking out. Yes, you are with us, as us. We are in you, as you. You are a part of us. In reality, this is the case for all of you. Some of you are not wanting to believe that, and that is okay. You are wanting to feel more special than someone else. But the reality is, when you are wanting to feel more special than someone else, when you are wanting to feel more special than someone else, you are actually wanting to feel accepted. Isn't that ironic? That you feel that you have to be more special than someone else in order to feel accepted. Isn't that ironic? Rachel has had that same belief. A schedule for yourself, especially during this, what you call time. If you're wanting to get up and do yoga or be more social or connect with your husband more, whatever you are wanting to do to get into a rhythm, you can program yourself to do those things automatically to the point where it releases your soul from having to think about the doingness. That is what is next for you, Xochimma. You are not going to have to think about the doingness anymore, because everything you are wanting to accomplish and do will be automated. And every space in between is for your creativity. Every space in between is for your joy, your enjoyment, your presence. That is what is next for you. Wouldn't it be nice if everything that I needed was automated and everything else was what I wanted it to be every time in the moment? That is what you have created for yourself, and it is so powerful. Rachel wants to know if that has answered your question. You can say whether it has answered your question. We are wanting to speak with Sung. But before we speak with Sung, we are wanting to speak with everyone. We are understanding that the signal has been interrupted once in a while, and we apologize. We have an understanding that you already understand when you are hearing our voice and when you are not hearing our voice. Nothing has been missed. Nothing has been missed. Everything has been received. We are wanting to speak with Song. We are going to read your question out loud. I've been doing mediumship readings for a mother who lost her son over a year ago. For a year we did readings, and recently it's been harder to connect. Where has he gone, and will he come back? You already know the answer. But we will confirm. When you are ready. It is only that you are not willing to receive the answer and relay the answer to your client. It is not what she is wanting to hear, and you are wanting to tell her what she is wanting to hear. And that is okay. It will help her. He is wanting to connect when she is ready and when she is with herself. He is wanting her to build a willingness that he was always there and that she was always able to connect with him. He is not wanting her to have to rely on a source outside of herself to connect with him.
he was wanting to be with her directly. In reality, it was always that way. You were simply picking up on the signal. But he has shut the signal off in order that she understand that he wants to be with her directly. There is nothing wrong with this. It happens all the time. It happens way sooner than a year, most of the time. He is wanting you to know that there is nothing wrong with you. There is never anything wrong with you. And he is wanting to thank you for your service to what you call his mother. And we are wanting to share with you, Song, that when you are ready, you will receive what you have asked for. When you are ready, you will have whatever you are wanting. And yes, that is for everyone. When you are ready, you will have everything that you have ever wanted. How are you knowing that you are ready? When you have the experience of not needing what you are asking for. When you have the experience of not wanting for what you have asked for. And no, that has nothing to do with making yourself wrong in the wanting for that thing which you are wanting or asking for. It is only about what is the vibration of wanting and what is the vibration of having. They are different and they are not able to coexist. You have wanted this thing for so long. Each of you, this one thing you've wanted for so long that you have, in fact, identified with someone that wants this thing. How can you have this thing if you already are every time identifying as someone who doesn't have it? Someone that is stuck in the wanting of it. Does that make sense? So I am wanting to be with you.
This is Rachel. Someone is wanting to come through. I'm just going to see if they have a short message because I'm not really wanting to get into a loved one reading right now, but this message is from a loved one for someone. I'm not going to delve into who it is or anything like that.
I am wanting to be with you. Every time when you are ready, I will be with you.
So that was the message. Okay, so let's call the angels back in. And just while I'm here, I apologize for the streaming. It's perfect. It's perfect, and you're doing so well. You're doing so great. And the angels just want you to know that you're receiving everything that you asked for, whether or not you can hear it or not.
We are wanting to speak with D, that I can feel ready even if I don't feel ready. You can feel ready even when you don't feel ready to feel ready. It is possible. I create the possibility that I am someone who is ready and has always been ready and will always be ready. And I know what that feels like. Yes, yes, yes. This is for This is for someone with a name that starts with an S. Rachel is not able to say his name. When you are able to, your mother is wanting to speak with you. We are wanting to answer Deanna's question. Deanna. But first, we will ask your question out loud. I want to hear my soul. I suffer when I don't know if I do the right decisions. So I would love to have a real conversation with my soul. Yes, you are already speaking with your soul. There is no such thing as a real conversation with your soul. Because if there were such thing as a real conversation with your soul, there would be such thing as a not real conversation with your soul. Does that make sense? We are going to repeat that. There is no such thing as a real conversation with your soul, because there is no such thing as a not real conversation with your soul. Every time you are what you are, which is every time, each time, always, you are with your soul and you are communicating. Remember that your soul is not communicating with your mind. Your mind is simply an interpreter. Rachel is laughing at our pronunciation. We like to say interpreter. We are laughing when she is laughing. But you understand what we are saying. Your soul is communicating with your third eye. With your third eye. It is a signal that is possible to interpret, of course, but it is not necessary to interpret. You are able to feel what the message is without knowing with your conscious mind. In fact, the message and the receiving of the information is more powerful and comes with less resistance when you are not trying to know in a conscious way what is being communicated. So what you are wanting, Deanna, is that all of your decisions are okay. Right is relative. Right is relative. That is what you are wanting to know. Sometimes waiting to eat is what you are wanting, and that feels right. Sometimes not waiting to eat is what you are wanting, and that feels right. You cannot say that every day when I eat at 5, 6, when I eat at 5 o'clock every day, that feels right. Because invariably there will be a day when that doesn't feel right. And many of you are making decisions in this way. You are saying that I am someone that makes a decision based on my mind, my logic, my reason, based on the data that I have, based on the fact that 9 times out of 10, when I made this kind of decision, it went well. When in reality, there was a 10th time where it didn't go well. And it wasn't because it was the wrong decision made. It was simply because the decision hadn't felt right to you. And when you felt the what you call repercussions of making that decision, it wasn't because it was the wrong decision. It was because it felt in discord with what you were wanting. That's what you felt, and so you created a physical manifestation of that discord in your reality. So when things go what you call wrong, based on what you perceive as a wrong decision, it is not because the decision was wrong. It's because the decision didn't feel right for you in that moment. And you are physically manifesting the discord between what feels right and what doesn't. And it's not a punishment, it's simply a mirroring. It's in order to show you what is feeling right for you, and in order that you create what you are wanting in a more streamlined manner by listening to what you are wanting in the moment. Yes, we are loving you. We have always loved you. We are always loving you. We are loving you also, Sochima and Song and Diana and Dee. We are going to answer a few more questions, and then we are going to say something to you, all of you. We realize that your connection has been spotty, and each of you is listening to exactly what you are asking. We are wanting to say hello also to Carla and Isabel, and those of you who have just arrived. We are wanting to answer Isabel's question. We are going to say Isabel, okay? Isabel, Isabel, Isabel. We are going to call you Isabel. We are going to say your question. How do I live my most authentic, vibrant life? Is there a specific message for me? How do I attract a wonderful, romantic partner? Or is he already here? You have already received the answer to these messages. Even the most specific of message. And yes, he is already here. But what it is important for you to understand is that he is already here because he is you. He is you. You are all things that exist. You are everything. Yes, of course, you are still expanding that which you are. You are at the outer edges of yourself, expanding, expanding, expanding all the time. But that doesn't mean that you are not already existing. Your partner will appear when you are. Your partner will appear when you are wanting him to. Rachel was wanting to say, when you are ready. But you are ready. You are not wanting him to appear just yet. You are ready in a sense that you already understand that you are worthy and deserving of this partnership. However, there are parts of you that are wanting to be with yourself more and take this time to be with yourself more before you take on a full partnership. There is nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with that. We are wanting to speak with each of you about authenticity. And you will receive your message, Isabel. There is no way that you can be inauthentic. There is no way that you can be inauthentic. You have underestimated the power of telepathy and all of the messages that are received that are not spoken. Of course, you can feel inauthentic. That is the difference, and that is something that needs to be, as Rachel would say, distinguished. You can feel inauthentic by not saying what you are feeling, by not doing what you are feeling like doing. You can feel inauthentic. But you cannot be inauthentic. If you tell someone that you love them and you do not feel that way, they will know. If you pretend like you like someone that you do not like, they will understand that, regardless of what you do or what you say. You can come to their house every day and bring them chocolate and cards and invite them to parties, and yet they will instinctively know that you do not care for them. So it is a simple matter of reprogramming. You are wanting to feel authentic, no matter what. And you are wanting to be someone that acts and speaks in alignment with what it is that you are feeling and what it is that you are wanting. We will help you. And this is for everyone. You can repeat after us if you are wanting. I release that it is wrong to be inauthentic. That is a big one for some of you. I release that it is wrong to be inauthentic. I release that it is a big deal for anyone to be inauthentic with me. I release that I have to be authentic in order to be authentic. I release that I am someone that is inauthentic with myself. I release that I am someone that does not admit what I am feeling to myself. I release that I am someone that is not able to create space for my own authenticity. I release that I do not know what it feels like to feel authentic to myself. I release all of any kind of trauma around this. I create the possibility that I am every time, each time, I am authenticity itself. I create the possibility that I know what it feels like to feel authentic to myself. No matter what I choose. And to honor that my authentic self will choose differently. Just because I am considered to be loud by some people doesn't mean when I am not loud, I am not being authentic. Just because I usually share my snacks with people and others have begun to identify with me as someone who shares my snacks doesn't mean the moment I want to keep my own milk duds for myself that I'm being inauthentic. Your authenticity is when you are honoring what and how you are feeling every time. No matter what anyone expects of you, and especially no matter what you are expecting of yourself. It is a matter of giving yourself permission to be everything that you are to its fullest capacity in every moment. Even if you look unrecognizable to yourself. Yes, beautiful. We will continue to speak with you, Isabel. We are loving you. We are loving you. We have always loved you. We will always love you. We are wanting to answer Deborah's question, although she hasn't asked. And we will also talk to someone who is not wanting to be named.
Hello, loves. Thank you for being so brave and powerful to listen regardless of the technical difficulties. I knew there was a possibility that there would be some because of the tests that we've done in the area. And I think you're so powerful and so intentional for listening all the way through. And I just really appreciate your presence, your love, and your guidance, your contribution. I think you're so amazing. And I know that your energy was called in to be here with us. So thank you so much. If you want to say anything to me or have any last minute questions to me personally, please go ahead and communicate that in the live chat. I'm just going to turn some music on and wait to see if there's a delay and any new messages coming in. So I love you too, Mama. This is for Carla. The angel says that that you are already receiving your answer. I love you too. You're so welcome, Deanna. Thank you so much for being here. And for staying up so late. She's over there in Europe, so it's about 10 o'clock for her. Yes, I understand the connection was interesting. So I'm just going to make sure that before next week we either get it taken care of or we might have to postpone, because I don't, I want us to be in a space where we're just focused on listening to the message and not having to worry about technical things. Thank you, my love. Indeed, yes, it was. We're all here to face ourselves today in whatever way that came across. 1:11 p.m. Woohoo! Of course. All right. Looks like that's the end of this stream. I love you guys. Mwah.